Right now, beneath your feet is land that belongs to someone. It has borders, laws, police, and courts. But if you travel far enough from the coastline, you can enter a place on Earth that no country owns. No flag. No border fence. No keep out sign. Just open water, and beneath it, a vast territory that is still unclaimed. Earth is called the blue planet for a reason. About 71% of its surface is covered by ocean. From space, the continents look like islands in a moving sea. And here is the part most people never think about. Most of that ocean is not owned the way land is owned. Huge areas are shared, loosely governed, and often barely enforced. In other words, a large part of our planet exists outside normal ideas of property. So why can't a country just draw a line and claim it? Why can't someone plant a flag on the ocean floor and say, "This is ours now"? The answer is a mix of law, geography, and extreme physics. Because the ocean is not just empty space, it is a hostile environment that makes ownership expensive, complicated, and dangerous. And the deeper you go, the less human the environment becomes. To understand this, start at the shoreline. International rules recognize that countries control the sea close to their coast. The first zone is the territorial sea. It extends 12 nautical miles from shore. Inside that zone, the country has full authority, almost like on land. Beyond that is a much larger zone called the Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ. This extends up to 200 nautical miles from the coast. And inside the EEZ, a country does not own the water, but it has special rights to resources. That includes fishing, oil, gas, and energy projects like offshore wind. But after 200 nautical miles, the map changes. You enter the high seas, and that is where ownership, as most people understand it, basically ends. The high seas are open to all countries. They are used for shipping lanes, research, and sometimes fishing. There are treaties and agreements, but no single nation can claim sovereignty over them. Think of it like international airspace, but far bigger and far harder to police. If a cargo ship leaves Los Angeles for Singapore, it will spend much of its journey outside any country's waters. It is still subject to rules, but enforcement depends on flags of registration, international agreements, and cooperation. That's why the high seas can feel strangely law-light, even though laws exist. Now, take that idea and drop it down several kilometers. Because beneath the high seas is the seabed, the ocean floor, a place that in many regions is also beyond national jurisdiction. No country owns most of it. And yet what lies there could reshape global supply chains. If you imagine the deep seabed as mud and rocks, you miss the real story. In many areas, the ocean floor contains mineral deposits that are strategically valuable. Polymetallic nodules can hold nickel, cobalt, copper, and manganese. Cobalt and nickel are essential for many battery chemistries. Copper is the backbone of electrical infrastructure. And rare earth elements used in high-tech manufacturing are tied to national security. These materials connect to electric vehicles, smartphones, power grids, data centers, and defense systems. They also connect to prices. When supply is tight, costs rise. When supply is controlled by a small number of producers, geopolitics heats up. And the ocean floor matters for another reason. It is where the modern world quietly runs its nervous system. Most international data traffic travels through fiber-optic cables laid on the seabed. Not satellites, not magic. Physical lines stretching across oceans, connecting financial markets, cloud servers, and everyday messages. You can't own those cables by owning the seabed, but you can disrupt them. That makes the deep ocean not only valuable but strategically sensitive. So when people say the seabed could be worth trillions, they mean more than minerals. They mean leverage. They mean supply chains. They mean infrastructure that wealthy, ad-driven markets depend on. If the prize is so big, why hasn't the world already rushed to claim it? Because the ocean floor fights back. At extreme depths, the pressure is brutal. At the deepest places, it can exceed 1,000 times the pressure at sea level. It is strong enough to crush most equipment. Sunlight disappears. Temperatures drop close to freezing. And sending machines down there is slow, risky, and expensive. Even if you could reach the seabed, operating there is another problem. Robots need power. Cables and communication links fail. Mechanical seals weaken. Tiny mistakes become catastrophic. And the deeper you go, the more every minute costs. This is the first reason the ocean floor is unclaimed. It is not that nobody wants it, it is that reaching it consistently is hard. Here is a twist many people miss. While no country can own the high seas, some countries can claim rights over parts of the seabed beyond 200 nautical miles. This is called the extended continental shelf. It applies when a nation's underwater continental margin naturally extends farther out. In simple terms, the land doesn't end at the shoreline. It slopes down underwater. And in some places, that underwater continent stretches far into the ocean. Countries can submit scientific evidence to support these claims. If accepted, they may gain rights to resources on or under that seabed. But even then, the water above it can remain international. So you can get a strange situation. One nation has rights to minerals in the seabed, while ships above are still in international waters. This is one reason the ocean floor feels confusing. It's not a single clean border, it's layers of rights stacked vertically. So for the areas that are truly beyond national jurisdiction, is it a free-for-all? Not exactly. There is an international body called the International Seabed Authority, often shortened to the ASA. Its job is to organize and regulate activities related to mineral resources in those international seabed areas. In theory, this is supposed to prevent a chaotic scramble. In practice, it creates a new kind of contest. Countries sponsor companies. Companies apply for exploration contracts. Scientists argue about environmental damage. Lawyers argue about definitions, and governments weigh strategic advantage. This is not a loud race like the space race. It is quiet, technical, and slow. But it is happening, and the moment profits look real, the pace can change fast. Here is where the story becomes uncomfortable. The deep ocean is not empty. It has ecosystems that evolved in darkness under crushing pressure over millions of years. Some organisms grow around hydrothermal vents where heat and chemicals replace sunlight. Others survive on tiny amounts of falling organic material, like snow made of dead plankton. Many are still unknown to science. Deep-sea mining could disturb these environments. Sediment plumes can spread for kilometers. Noise can travel far in water. Habitat can be damaged in ways that are hard to reverse. And because the deep sea is so difficult to study, we often do not even know what we might be destroying. So the debate becomes intense. One side says we need these minerals for the energy transition. The other side says we should not industrialize the last untouched places on Earth. And in the middle is the uncomfortable truth. We are making big decisions about a world we barely understand. And this leads to the strangest fact of all. We have mapped Mars in remarkable detail, but large parts of Earth's ocean floor remain poorly mapped. More than 80% of the ocean is still unexplored in a meaningful way. That means the largest habitat on Earth is also one of the least understood. It is a blind spot on our own planet. A frontier not because it is far away, but because it is hard to reach. Right now, the ocean floor feels like a place outside the normal world. But technology never stops. Robotics improves. Sensors get cheaper. AI helps pilots and mapping systems make better decisions, and economic pressure pushes exploration forward. Over the next decade, the question may shift. Not, can we reach the deep seabed? But who gets priority access? Who writes the rules? Who profits? And who pays the environmental cost? So why does nobody own the ocean floor? Because the law limits sovereignty. Because the ocean is too vast to police like land. And because the deep sea is so hostile that claiming it has never been simple. But that balance is changing. And the biggest unclaimed territory on Earth may not stay unclaimed forever.